right. Hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In today's How to Set Up Your Google Business Profile Listing video, what I'd love to go ahead and answer for you are two questions and how you can set up your Google Business Profile. I got these questions here that from subscribers, I hope, having to do with a previous video about optimizing primary category, services, and products. So here they are. This is John or Jean. Thank you for the question. Can someone post a website link so I can see the location and products and services ranking in their local areas? Do I understand that multiple website pages titled for those targeted local areas with the products and services and keywords are also navigation within the website? So we need to build individual web pages for a local area with the listed products and services for those areas we wish to dominate. Do I understand this correctly, Chris? It didn't seem that big when I read it the first time. I'm going to go ahead and break this one down along with this. Here, check this question out. All right, I want to answer these because if they're having this question, maybe you as a business owner also are having this question. So this is coming from Alan. Hey, Chris. So am I hearing this correctly? If we are going to add more than one secondary service or service page where it doesn't negatively affect our ranking, make sure we have a dedicated page for the service. Basically, hey, can I add a secondary service without it negatively affecting my rankings? Because what I was mentioning in a past video is, hey, when you're going in there and stuffing in a bunch of primary categories, right, you only get one primary. When you add another one, that's a secondary. And then there's the service section. Inside your service section, it's going to have listed primary category. If you listed a secondary, it'll list that. And then anything else is a custom service. These two questions and more is what I'm going to break down in this video. So I don't want to waste too much time, but I want to point out, of course, chrispalmer.org. All right. For any and all of your SEO needs, if there's anything I could help you out with, on page, off page, link building, press releases, anything, check out chrispalmer.org. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the services, products, and the pages that we need, right? Like, how does this mirroring work? So I want to share it with an example of past project that we worked on. They're still allocating time and resource towards the website. He wants to redo the site, but we took care of the GMB. We got up some content, tuned the pages, and he's seeing success. So this is Colorado Carpet Masters, doing well, but he wants his design to be better. We're not designers, I understand. But with that being said, let's talk about this mirroring situation. When we're setting up our main profile, I want to point out this. So when we come over here to edit profile or the main profile, you have your category, all right? As you can see, I have two listed. This is the business category. The primary is carpet cleaning service. The secondary or second service is upholstery cleaning service. So he has two service categories. With that being said, when we go over to the services, right? So there's the profile for primary categories or secondary. There's the service section, and then there's the product section. What I want to point out here is under services. What I'm mentioning about stuffing them in there, it's only going to be a custom. Here's what I mean. Literally. All right. So here, go to service. See how Google is already pointing out, hey, this is your primary category. This here is the other category that we chose, or a secondary category. If I want to add anything else, it will be considered a custom service. Okay. So they're outlining, hey, you mark this as your primary. Here's your secondary. If you want to add something else, or if you click a button, it's considered a custom. End of statement. So when we're talking about our categories, most notably under profile, my recommendation is to choose one, max two. Like, you cannot be the expert of more than one hypothetical thing. And that's what Google's ranking. Who has the most time on the board on maps? Who's been there the longest? Who does the best work? Who's getting the reviews? Who's consistently getting clicks and traffic and reviews, right? Who's consistent? That's who's winning. The expert of one thing in a particular area that's been there the longest period of time, right? So what we want to do is hyper optimize around the thing or the service that makes you the most dollars for your business. What are you the best at? What are you known for? How long have you been there, right? What's your best? Also, what's your most profitable? Hyper optimize around that plus your area, and with time, you can succeed. So when we're talking about this right here, category, pick 2 at most. Really, I like to only put 1. To answer the gentleman's question specifically, if you add more, are you going to get a penalty? No, but you're not going to do as good as you would if you only had 1 or 2. Let's move on. So I want to answer the question related to product section. All right. So you understand services. And then as far as packing them in there, will you get a penalty? Will you not? You won't get a penalty, but you could do better if you're optimized. When we're talking about products, all right, this is where business owners can get hung up when I'm trying to teach them about the sections here. We'll go into products. And as you can see, oh, that's another company we work with. As you can see here for products, all right, you can clearly see here that there are 2 categories. So when you add your product, you get to set up a category. So my recommendation is never have more than 4 categories. Your categories are going to be based on your primary service category, right? Like in this instance, it's carpet cleaning service and upholstery cleaning. So of course, that's what we have. We're optimized for carpet cleaning and upholstery cleaning. Those are our 2 categories. Now, why do we want to choose categories that are hyper specific to keywords? The reason is because when we're searching for Colorado Masters, right? If I were to search for them and we scroll down, see how they're getting the categories here? This is an enhancement. This is a pop out. I'm getting this enhancement. It's another link from Google. It's another way to get clicked from a user or a potential customer, right? So these are one of the enhancements. The next piece that I want to point out is when we're filling out the products. So we've addressed categories, no more than 4. Try to limit it to whatever you're best at. And then when we're doing the products, to answer that gentleman, Gene, I believe his name was, to answer his question, when I'm filling out products under here, I'll just share with you here. We're making the products hyper specific to the service plus the location that we service, right? So when we come inside of here, you can see it's carpet cleaning. Carpet cleaning where? Well, we do carpet cleaning in Westminster, Colorado. And then as you can see, there's a clickable link that goes to that specific page. So in order to break it down even more with an example, let's head on over to that webpage to answer your question even more and maybe even more people's questions. All right. So when we come over to the website, yes, we are going to have a top level page. This top level page, pillar page, whatever you want to call it, is going to be hyper optimized around the primary service. Now, Chris, why would you do this? This is where everything is linked. I'm establishing the entity. I'm establishing the service. We are Colorado Carpet Masters. We offer carpet cleaning. Great. Here's our carpet cleaning page. Well, where do we offer carpet cleaning? Well, we offer carpet cleaning in Boulder, in Brighton, in Broomfield, in Commerce City. And then, of course, we are going to have the clickable asset in the head, in the foot. We're testing this on this website right now, but generally in the head and the foot going to those pages. All right. Primary page and location pages. I hope this is making sense. We have a top level page, carpet cleaning, and then we have individual pages for each of the locations that we provide the service in. All right. The only reason for this is better internal linking, depth of concept, cross-linking, depth of concept. We're trying to convey that we are professional. We are the expert in Colorado, most notably these areas in Colorado for carpet cleaning. Along with that, I want to also point out the other section here. So Boulder, Brighton, Broomfield, Commerce. Here's our locations. We have a top level page, upholstery cleaning. And then we have our location-based service pages. We're going to link them up here and also in the foot. And then generally, depends on how much stuff is going on in the page, we're also going to put it inside the body content just to cross-link the silo. But this is a Google Business Profile listing video, not a website video. I just wanted to showcase how we're mirroring in the product section over to our website. So what we've addressed so far is we've talked about choosing and modifying our primary category and secondary category under business category section. We pick one. We optimize around one. If you have to put something else in there, make sure it's hyper relevant to the first, or this is the only things we do. We're trying to optimize. Okay. So here's our category. When we're talking about services, there's two pieces, and I want to share with you one more piece of information when it comes to services and why we want to limit this and what Google does in order to try to dilute you. All right. So when we're looking at the carpet cleaning service primary category, and then we have our second, you can see that you can add more. These will be considered custom. Okay. Now, what I'm mentioning by dilution is you'll see it evident inside of the Alligator Pools account. So when we come over here, I'll show you something. You come into services and see how we only have one primary service category, and that is swimming pool contractor. But do you see how Google keeps trying to add all of this stuff? They keep trying to add these secondary terms. And yes, we might do this. We might. But this is going to dilute our profile for what we're optimized around. All right. So this is the service section that you want to keep cleaning up. And it almost feels like an ongoing battle. I only want to list what I offer on my website. If in this instance here, if I were to come over to Alligator Pools, what is it? Alligator Pools Miami. All right. So if we go over here to their website, you can see that we offer pool cleaning, pool repair, pool resurfacing, renovation, and equipment. So what's our services? What should our services say if we're not just going to stick with our primary category? Well, when we're underneath services here, you have two options. Either keep only the category, I'm the best at this, which encompasses everything that we do, or because I have dedicated pages, and you could try both. Because I have the dedicated page, because I'm not trying to pull a fast one on Google, we can go ahead and put those services into the service section. We do renovation, we do resurfacing, we do repair, we do cleaning. Why? Because I have a dedicated page. Then on top of that, I can back it up in the product section. As you can see here under products, we have our categories. The categories directly mirror the website: equipment, repair, resurfacing, cleaning, and renovation. Go over to the site: cleaning, repair, resurfacing, renovation, and equipment. Mirrored. The next piece, check this out. So under the products, well, where do we offer this? Well, we have our pool repair. Let's go to cleaning. So we offer pool cleaning and Cutler, right? And then it goes to the Cutler page. So when you go over to the website, you can see pool cleaning in Cutler, right? We have our primary service, also known as a top level page, right? Then we have our location-based service pages, and our website and our GBP mirror each other. They reflect one another. We're being transparent with Google and to our customers, all right? We're not trying to stuff anything in there. We're trying to mirror and be the best and hyper-optimized around what we do, where we do it, and who we are, all right? So I hope that this addresses the questions related to primary category, product section, and your service section. I hope that this addresses the question related to dilution of services within your profile. Like, what does this battle look like? I get this question so much. When you're inside of services, it's going to list, see how Google clearly identifies primary category. And then they come in here and they add all this stuff. And then what they'll say is, oh, hey, this is feedback based on Google. You sure it's not feedback based on my ad campaign or based on other search terms that I got impressions for? And you're just adding them in there and then giving me a temporary lift. And then 2 weeks later, 10 days later, I get dumped. I don't want that. An authoritative asset, a trusted asset, an authority asset is going to be very consistent and very persistent over a very long period of time. Consistency over a long period of time. We are this brand. We have been in business this long, and we do this, and we're the best in this area. That's what you need to convey to the robot, and it takes a significant period of time. This is two businesses. These two particular business owners, because all businesses are different, in order to really reach results, it was at least 90 days to 180 days of consistency. So With that being said, we talked about primary categories. We talked about products, services, service dilution. We also talked about how to set up the product category and product mirroring as far as the actual products are concerned. If you have any questions, you can feel free to go ahead and ask in the section below. And I always look forward to seeing you in the next Google Business Profile, how to set up your Google Business Profile services, products, and category video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. All right. So happy Sunday. Let's take a look here. All right. Now, one more thing before we head out. I want to set this up. Oh, if you have any questions, because this is a stream, I'll utilize that video. I'll chop out some of the stuttering. I just had 3 main points I wanted to make in the video. What we're doing now is I'm setting up another video for managed Google Business Profile. Like, what is it? What do you do? What's the process? So we'll do business intake form. All right, so after that, we will optimize profile. We have a 26-point checklist, set up the Geo-grid tracking, set up reports for keyword tracking. So when we're setting that up, that's Geo-grid tracking. After that, we need to set up posting automation. So Geo-grid tracking, posting automation. I think that's really the only things we'll need. We'll need to intake, optimize the profile. After that, we go through the entire checklist, products, services, primary category, taking care of images, video. The very next piece would be, okay, let's set up our Geo-grid tracking. We're going to set that up based on, well, your primary service keywords. Set up posting automation. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So here. Let's get out of there. Come on over here. All right. If you have any questions briefly before I do this next video, feel free to ask. I should have turned on the AC, but I figured, I won't be long. Woke up a little bit early on a Sunday, right? I was like, man, I got a couple things I have to do. Let out the pooch. I fractured my ankle. So, dude, I was like rolling over in my sleep, not last night, but during the week. So it was messing up my sleep schedule. So it feels good to be back on track. Let's see if you have any questions before I make this other video. I know it's early, so Melissa, wow, good morning and happy Sunday. Do you ever take a day off? No, no such thing as a day off. I always have something to do. I'm just like yourself, I'm sure. Regardless if it's family errand or family related and or business related, but no, 0 days off. But I do have fun though. That sounds like a great video. Can't wait to see it. Awesome. Well, then we're going to keep it rolling. All right. So business intake form. So here's what I want to do. So business intake form. Well, this really isn't it, but something very similar. All right. All right, business intake form. Optimize the profile using our checklist. It's actually an updated checklist now, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and take care of that. 24-point checklist. All right. And that looks like that. So then it's the checklist. And then the Geo-grids. So that will look like this. I think it's... Is that an ad? I don't want to click on this guy's ad. All right. We can log in here. We set up a different account. Oh, what are they mad at me or what? Choose my plan. Well, that's interesting. I just need a picture of a report. Oh, I see. Pardon me for a minute. I just want to get the imagery for... Oh my gosh, I forget it. I just want a picture of the report. Let me see if I have it over here. No. Here, just give me one of these. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, look at this. It's a 11 by 11. An 11 by 11. Here, this is a big one. I don't know what it is. Yes, in our main area. So this is a report, and it will look just literally almost just like this. I don't know if people realize that he's in Brighton, and this is a 11 by 11. It's 1,963 square miles. Like, this is a massive... I mean, it's probably 23 miles. When he only services... He would like to get down in here, but he only services a small area. Maybe I should choose a different one. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just give him the report. So here's the report. Here, I can see where it says keyword report. All right. So we have our report. So fill out the form. We go through our checklist, grids. Posting. Here, I can even use his if you want. Let's go back out here. We could go into here. And then here's what the posting is. All right. Rank reports, posting, rank reports, Geo-grid tracking. I guess that's pretty much the same. We'll set up the tracking, set up ranking reports. I think that's about it. Oh my gosh, I hate when this does this. Okay. I think this addresses the main points. Okay. Alrighty. And then here's what I was doing. I was drawing these cool little boxes. I gotta go let Hayes in. All right, 1, 2. Set up the posting. And there's the reporting. And then we'll take this. We can make that a little bit fatter. Oh, that's as fat as it'll go. Okie doke. Yep. Okie doke. I thought it would go together. It says auto shape. Okay, I was wrong. It does not go together by itself. Okie dokie. That's okay. That's good enough. And then give me this. Oh man, I think I messed it up. Yeah, I was messing with it the other day. Son of a gun. That's okay. I'll just take it out of this video. All right, where is the... I just want to make sure that we're all good here. Oh, you guys have a question? All I'm going to do is just walk through the process and make another video. I was just setting that up. Is there something I could answer for you, Sean? Good to see you. So he says, yeah, Chris, I'm updating some of my product pages since I have 6 offices and adding my city links. Excellent. Not too early to learn. Love the videos, buddy. It's my pleasure. Always happy to help out. So let's keep it rolling. Will you share the checklist by chance? I'll share the old checklist. The new checklist is going to be in PDF format, very similar to this. There's a section in here talking about sites that's probably not going to be pertinent for you, but everything else definitely is. So if you would like, what I'll do, can't post messages. Well, hopefully you could see that. All right, it's a Google Doc. Here's something else I could do for you. I'll put it on the screen, and you could feel free to scan it with your phone or do whatever you would like. All right. So this is going to be a checklist GBP. Here you go. So if you see that on the screen, you can just scan that with your phone. That's the older checklist. What we're doing is, or what I'm doing, is I'm creating a very basic type training that will have a follow-along PDF. So not only is it going to be able to convey what we're doing for the client, but it will also help the people that want to do it themselves. So that's how I really like it. Learning material, and hey, here's what we're doing. But there's the older one. And moving on. All right, let's go back down here to chat. So, hey, Chris, I asked you data aggregation. Should say a citation audit tool, a free one that checks for the main search directories that Google looks at. I hope I explained myself on this. Oh, let me go grab Hayes. Give me 1 second. I'll answer all the questions. Give me a second. Do it, buddy. I believe in you. Man, that's Big Brony. He's getting old. 16 in dog years. He's got to be like in his 80s by now. All right, let's head back up here. Sunday, yes, updating. Not too early to learn. All right, will you share the checklist, which I've already have done? There you go. I posted it and made a QR code just for you. Dario R. Good morning, Chris. Are you a Steelers fan? I'm not. I'm not really a sports fan of anything. I couldn't tell you. It's just not my thing. I mean, look at me. Do I look like a sports fan? No, it's just not for me. Melissa says, how often can you add reviews to the GBP without looking suspicious? I'm starting a new one, so I'll have 0. Well, what public recommendations are and what others do are two different things. Let me tell you what a lot of others do. Generally, when they have a new business, they'll have friends and or family members leave those first few reviews. Then they can accrue some organic reviews, maybe 1 or 2 a month, while they're also maybe being able to get review placements, maybe buy them somewhere. I don't know. So with that being said, I believe that if you go and get some reviews from friends and family just to get the ball rolling, get some of the primary key terms, locations, all the information you need, I think that should be okay. Now, I can't recommend that, right, in a public place like this, because that's against the guidelines. So with that being said, best of luck. But getting 4 to 10 to 15 to 50 in a week, what's the difference? And who's it going to look suspicious to? Like, do I believe that there are checks and measures in place for the amount of reviews that a business gets in a period of time? I don't believe that to be true. No. At least not the thresholds that we've tested. But if you're just doing 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 a week, no issue at all. All right, so I hope that helps you out. HLO, Robert. So, hey, Chris, I asked you about data aggregation. Should say a citation tool, one that checks for main search directories that Google looks at. I hope I explain it. So there's 3 different types of local citations or directories, 3 different flavors. So you have your data aggregation submission, right, which is going to be programmatic ways to get citations and directories, okay? The second way is a manual. So you can manually create citations for your business. You usually point these at the homepage. These are going to be your big 12 or big 15, like Apple Maps, your Google Business Profile, Monta, MapQuest, Yelp, Foursquare, those types of listings. Then you have your directories that you build to the homepage and generally to your internal pages to give them a little bit of a lift. And these are directories. Anywhere you list your name, address, phone number could be considered a directory or an unstructured citation. Okay. So with that being said, a checker, I've been building for the last 4 months a small suite that's going to be very inexpensive, just little tools that we use internally. And one of them is a citation and directory checker. I was really inspired by Bright Local, the way they all have the list. It's doing a search, but I think they have a database. And then they're just saying, okay, for this niche, here's the ones that are most widely used. I could be wrong. But what we want to do is we want to take the top 5 or top 10 competitors. So you put your keyword in. Let's say it's Roofer Miami. Put Roofer Miami in, take the top 10 people that are ranking, throw it into the tool, and then it brings back the top 50 for each of those 10 competitors, removes duplicates, and then it will check your export list. Like you give it a list like, hey, here's the ones I have. It'll check the list, and whatever the deficit is, we can go and build. But instead of, others like $1 or $2 a piece, we can do them for $0.25 a piece, But I'm already on it, my friend. And I think it would be great if you want to do it for yourself as well. I shared in a video a app script. The app script will help you check for 50 or 100, one competitor at a time. If you look up, I think it was like how to find the most relevant citations of your competition. It was a video very recently. I gave away the script. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. That was the script we used on the back end, by the way, of our tool. So there you go. $2 from my guy, Sean. Thank you, Sean. And he says, para-character doing a shake a sign with his hand saying, cool. Thanks, Sean. Gregory says, thank you, Gregory. I just noticed that Google, updated my services from the 5 I entered to an additional 11. Some are overlaps or duplicates since it was suggested by Google. Will it penalize me if I do not add them? No. In my opinion, you should only have listed either your primary category and secondary that you've listed already. You've set the primary category of your business. And then in your service, you're mirroring that. Or if you have multiple services, you set your one primary category. And then under services and products, if you have a page on your site that says, hey, I'm a roofer, I do shingles, I do residential, I do commercial, and I do metal roofs. If you want to add those as services because you have a page, dedicated asset on your website, like it's Google scraping your website. So they can clearly see what you do, where you're at. Like there's no manipulation is all I'm getting at. So with that being said, if they're diluting you, take away anything that's repeating for sure and only have stuff that you do or is listed on the site, not words, pages. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Yes. Top 50. Exactly. Yep. I gave away the script. Check it out, Robert, please. That tool sounds great. Thank you for the info. It's my pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure. So we're going to move on to this video. This is just going to be a brief video. It's really, you won't even notice. It's kind of like a walkthrough video of Sense. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this, I don't know. How about yellow? We'll make it bold. Oh, really? 26-point checklist, set up the Geo-grid tracking. Here, let's go back over here. Let me see if I still have it up. Alrighty, let's go here. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? No. You could list that. Don't worry about it. Control V. How about paste? There. All right, set up Geo-grid tracking. That's what we did here. This thing loves to torture me sometimes. It's okay. Here we'll go like this. Okay, so set up Geo-grid tracking. Set up posting automation. So that's this one. And then we're going to be sending ranking reports based on the keyword, right? So just like this, take this, go here, and then we'll draw our little arrow. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to come up here. Right. And then maybe do 1, 2 more of these like that. And then we'll just bolden these up. Bold. And then let's see if we can make these a little bit bigger. All right, so intake form, checklist, set up the tracking, posting automation, and then the ranking reports. Perfect. I'm coming. All right, so if you have any questions, last questions, put them in. I'm just going to polish this one off, .org, and then I'm going to call it a day. Yep, yellow. Oh. Give me a moment. Okay. So let's go here, make this small. Whoa, that was really big, huh? Again, put your last questions in. After this, I'm going to have to run. But I had fun. Here, make this bigger. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, let's just see what this is. We'll bust this off and we'll be done with. All right. So get your last questions in if you have any. I'm going to go ahead and just make this. This is, again, just for me and you too, of course. But I'm really just doing this for the site to clear up some questions about a specific service that we're doing. So here, let's go ahead and put this in. All right. That's good enough. Hello and good day. Well, maybe shouldn't say that. Hello, I am Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In this video, what I would like to walk you through is our managed Google Business Profile optimization, posting, management, and rank tracking video. It's not a video, it's a service. Get your questions in. This is it. All right. I'm always nervous when I know it's for something, it's not like, oh, off the top of the head, helping someone out. It's for me, it's a different kind of vibe. But in any case, even my mouth's dry. We've been on video this whole time. I go to make something for myself and I'm like, I'm such a funny guy. All right. The family wants to go to eat. Nah, maybe. All right. Hello there. I am Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In this video, what I would like to outline for you is our Google Business Profile Management Service. So our Google Business Profile Management Service consists of doing your intake form. We can help and walk you through that, getting all of your required information. Just want to go ahead and point that out. We'll walk you through that process, acquiring all of your information, things like your CID, your images, where's your business at, what's your main optimization, who's your competition. There's a lot that goes into intake. So the very first step of our service is going to be the business intake form, very similar to this. The number two, or the next element of our management service, will have to do with taking care of the actual optimization of your profile. A lot of business owners can get hung up on this. We have a 26-point checklist, plus there's small odds and ends. Like, do you have interior photos, exterior photos? Do you have video? Do you have products? Do you have services? How many services? Looking at the competition, figuring out each and every one of the optimizations that need to be made for the best result for you. So this is going to be a 24-point checklist. On top of that, actually making the required optimizations, very time-consuming, tedious process. We will take care of the optimization. The very next step is going to be setups of tracking. What's good, the optimization and having everything on point if you don't know where you're at and where you're going. So number 3 here is setting up your Geo-grid tracking. We have a system that we utilize for our Geo-grid tracking. On top of that, we also utilize for our posting. So what we'll do is we will set you up inside of our system in order to track your primary keywords. We can track up to 5 different keywords. Of course, we can add more as you wish. So with that being said, I want to point out the very next element of our Google Business Profile Management Service. This is a monthly service. It's a recurring service every single month. After we set up your actual profile, the next step is going to be setting up your posting automation. Like I just mentioned, when we load you into our tracking system, we're also loading your profile into the system that we can set up a posting schedule for you. Posting schedule will be your update schedule. So as you can see here, a business that we have been working with, posting schedules can vary from daily to bi-daily, but we can arrange that during the intake. All right. So the very next piece, or the last piece, is our ranking reports. Again, setting up inside of our intake your requirements during the intake. If you want weekly, bi-weekly, monthly reporting, what we can do is we can set you up with automated reporting based on your keywords to send you reports that look literally identical to this. You'll get a keyword report directly from us based on your keyword, searching your target area. So with that being said, I am Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. This is our Google Business Profile Management Service. We're doing an intake, optimization, posting, tracking, reporting. If you have any questions, feel free to visit chrispalmer.org. In the bottom right-hand corner, Monday through Friday, you will see a live chat support. That is me on that support, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to any and all last questions. Sorry I had to do that, but it was top of mind. Considering the algorithm update. Okay, so we'll bang these out with you. Let's go ahead and do this for you if you'd like. I have a couple new things coming out. I don't want to call it digital PR because everybody's doing it, but we're doing some backlink indexing. We have a new index. I have an old system that works very well. So we're going to offer that. But here, I'll answer your questions. Dario R says, considering the algorithm updates Google has been making, do you think it makes more sense to focus more on SEM for Google-based platforms such as Google Business Profile, Google Merchant? regardless of the updates, in my humble opinion, I think that SEM or an omni approach has always been the objective, right? SEO is one vehicle, very profitable vehicle, but it's very time consuming. It's hurry up and wait. It's a very long game, right? So yes, the fast, easy is out of here. But what I really like is optimizing profiles, businesses that have been around, but they've either worked with business owners like SEOs that just don't know what they're doing or weren't skilled enough or whatever it is. I like to take a fire that's burning really slow and just dump gas on it. That's what I like. But to answer your question, an omni-channel approach is definitely the way moving forward. In my opinion, it always has been. Yes, I love SEO, but I also love paid media. I love ads. Paid media and ads. I like maps. I like video. I like audio. Omni-channel. Definitely, Dario. Definitely. And it's just like old marketing channels. Like, dude, there's hair in here. Sorry. Just like old marketing channels, when something isn't working and people say, oh, that's dead. It's not that it's dead. It's just not working as good as it used to, right? It's just slowing down. Like the days of being able to throw up, even for my own self, right? We were cranking out 38,400 page, maybe slightly more pages on real estate, launching them, indexing them, and getting within 60 days, we're already getting leads, So that is not like that now. I can assure you of that. But in any case, moving on. John, expired domains, are they worth pursuing? I if you know what you're looking at. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned for expired domains, right? Like I lost a lot of dollars working with scraping, finding what's the best software, the proxies, the scraping, setting up, testing, like time and dollars not wasted, earned, right? So are they worth pursuing? They can be if you know what you're looking at. Also, too, if you find an expired with a really good name, that's up to you. So if you're asking me, do I feel that links are devalued? Depending on how long it's been expired. So with that being said, let's move on. And I don't think that's because they put a filter on expired domains. I believe that the link graph or the actual index is just turning over a lot faster now. So the link decay just happens faster. Like if a website that has a backlink pointing to the site that you just bought hasn't been crawled in a significant period of time, like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, it just falls right out of the index. So then these sites lose value much faster. You have to be able to scoop them up really fast. With that being said, you also lose links. Is it worth it? Hey, at $12 a piece, how can you go wrong? So completely up to you if you know what you're looking at. There's a lot to be said there, John. That's why I'm hovering on it. or Ron, I'm sorry. Ron, next question is, have you done testing also on website that is structured the way that you have structured with the cities, the effect on GBP with and without, how much it moves in rankings for the 3-pack grid? Numerous times. As far as map pack results are concerned, map rankings or map proximity rankings. Now, we're not talking about doing any hanky panky because we're talking about a real business. Like the amount of manipulation tactics that you can do on a real business are very minimal. Like we're not playing around with a lead gen or anything like this. It's somebody's business, right? So with minimal manipulation, just optimization of website and profile, plus a little traffic, right? Nothing crazy. We have seen very good results. Now we're not always a winner, right? Like no business always wins, but significantly good results. Like if I showed you 200 out of those 200, I would probably say 25 to 32 are doing bad out of 200. So whatever that percentage is. So 15 out of 100, 15% we're probably missing. Let's just say 80% of the time we're able to get 3-pack rankings within a 5 to 8 mile radius. So doing very, very good. Here, let's talk about that a little bit more. Structured the way you structure with the cities. Also, too, businesses that don't have a center point and or a point, I've seen massive struggle with that. Yep. So hopefully that answers your question. I'd say it's an 80% hit rate. We do very, very well by setting up the business under one category. We do one thing. Here's our products, product plus location. We build the site to exactly mirror that. And we have one thing and we do these services. If you take a look at the site that we just did, again, we're looking to optimize GBP. We're not designers. We just put in the stuff with what he already had, right? But when we take a look here, we have 2 categories. We have our services that we provide plus location, upholstery cleaning and carpet cleaning. Then we tripled it up here. Here's our locations again. Here's our nearbys. Alligator pools, same exact thing. Pool cleaning, pool repair, right? This one, he had a different template. We were able to make it look a little bit smoother. And I have hundreds of these examples, but not every business will let me show it on YouTube. It's an interesting thing. I always ask them when they say no, I say, aren't you in business? Don't you have a website? Like, I teach other business owners how they can get better optimized. So with that being said, I have dozens of these. I'm accruing some more business owners that will allow me to showcase because as we're building out our new site, I want to have a boatload for the industries that I love. Like I like small service businesses like this, law firms, real estate, chiropractors. I'll steer clear of the dentistry. Like the Invisalign stuff is fun, but I'm good. Any foundation stuff or fire repair, I'm good. Window installation, I'm good. Garage install, I'm good. Stuff like that. But I like little stuff. I like carpet, pool, law, real estate, chiropractor. I love them all, actually. It depends on the area. Moving on. All right. They want to go and have breakfast. Hey, don't have to twist my arm. Let's answer the rest of these questions. Is blogging still an important part of SEO? I think that having supporting content is important for SEO. Generally, when we have products or projects, it's going to be the last thing that we do. If you take a look at this particular project, if we were to come into, I don't know, Miami, let's say, I believe unless he got rid of it, again, I don't always have control over these sites forever, but you'll see, okay. So as you can see here, we have supporting articles. So these articles are directly supporting the location and the service that we're on, right? Or the services we provide. So here we are, Miami Pool Service, right? So this is a supporting article. It supports the main concept or main idea. I'm not sure why he put it so deep in the structure. That's interesting to me, but with that being said, that's what he did. So again, here's another pool cleaning tip. So what I'm getting at here is supporting content can be useful. However, this is not a top priority. Filling up content that has already been written about millions of times is not going to be as beneficial as optimizing and re-optimizing, pruning, building your links, focusing on your high commercial intent pages. You're a service business. You're a business website. Google knows that. You know that. Like, we're not trying to fluff up things. We're taking care of our primary services, taking care of good optimization, good SEO, good backlink strategy. And then if we have time, budget, resources, we want to build some supporting, right? It just supports the main concept. That's all. It's good for internal link flow. It can help, but it is not a top priority. I hope that helps you out, at least for these types of businesses. All right, Melissa, you'll be the last one, Melissa, for today. If you were going to buy a new domain, which hosting site would you get it from? I got mine from WordPress, and I have someone telling me I shouldn't have. So when we launch new products or projects for clients now, we use Cloudways. So what we'll do is we'll go on Cloudways, and depending on their budget, we'll determine if we're going to go Google, Amazon, or we're just going to use Cloudways. Cloudways is DigitalOcean, pretty large website. So DigitalOcean, I believe, has their own hosting. That's what we set them up on. And then usually I'll plug it right into Google. So we're using Google's IPs, Google servers with Cloudways platform on top, much like how WP Engine works. So WordPress with Cloudways, that's like if you came to me today and say, Chris, I want you to build a website from the ground up, which, by the way, I finally have a great builder, like just recently. So we have a builder launching on Cloudways, doing WordPress build outs, and mini nets. So don't tell anybody. Doing the mini nets. Doctor Who Design. Hi. Hello to you. Good to see you. So we're going to do templatized build outs on Cloudways using WordPress. What I mean by templatized is we use a couple different builders that we know that are fast and are good. Things like Cadence. Another one is Breakdance. Another one is Oxygen. Another one is Bricks, right? So the builders that we're super comfortable with and are fast, we're going to do build outs of whatever template you want. Oh, and of course, Elementor. So there's so many different themes. We're going to build it out exactly how they look. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the theme is, we'll replicate, change colors, logos, fonts, all that stuff. And then I think we can do this very, very well. He built out a new network for me, 900 sites in less than 60 days. Very impressive. Very impressive. And they were all unique. So I'm very confident in his ability. It's pretty nice. In any case, I have to run. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions related to Google Business Profile Optimization, Google SEO, anything Google Maps, Google Business Profile, local, anything, ask in the section below. If you need help with any of your own projects, please visit chrispalmer.org, chrispalmer.org. What you'll find here, if you're not sure, we added a new section here, not sure where to begin, you just want to take the stuff off your plate, click that button right there. We'll get you right in the door for an intake. If you have a question, Monday through Friday, weekends, I'm not answering this, but I took prior staff off of customer support because I really just wanted to see where the troubles are, what are the ailments, just get closer to the business, right? Like the actual service side. I spend so much time doing the educational, doing the testing, doing consultation, figuring out the stuff that works, that I'm not like, okay, how are the citations going? Like, what's the new, like how fast are you producing? So I want to make sure that I'm close to the business. So Monday through Friday, message me. It will be me. This is not a strategy call. This is live support for services only. All right. Not sure where to start? Click here. Service portal if you're already a member. Consultation if you need another second set of eyes. If you just click this button right here, it will give you the a la carte menu. All right. If you're curious of everything that we can provide for you, we have a all service list. This is also the bulk service menu. If you just want to learn more about SEO, right, you can head on over to SEO mastermind.org. On the SEO Mastermind, you'll find a slew of things. So we have our free category. So I have all kinds of free stuff that I like to give away. I have more stuff coming. If you want training, again, tons of different training, but the main opportunities here are a testing group along with group coaching. Really how I look at this is testing. This is how I stay in the know. And this right here is discounted time. You get time for me and others to work on your project. That's what this is for. It's discounted time. Very, very valuable, both of them. So I hope this is helpful for you. Again, if there's anything, ask in the section below. I love you guys. Happy Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow and have a good day.